Hello everybody, welcome back to Burntchurch. I thank all of you for coming back and watching. I'd like to take a second to ask you if you would hit the subscribe button and like the video and share it if you would. It would sure help our channel out a lot. What I'm doing here today is I'm in the shop here and I'm tired of looking at this old door the way it is. This door now, it was salvaged. I didn't buy this new or nothing. You can pretty much tell. It was salvaged and it had been through a fire. The reason it's black, and it was where it was stacked at. They had a brush fire there and it burnt some of it, burnt the rubber off the bottom of it. I repaired the rubber piece down there. But in here in the winter time, well, summertime too, if you work in here, the evening sun sets over here and it shines against this door. And it's just like an oven coming off of here. And in the wintertime, the cold, you can stand close to this door and it's just like a refrigerator. So we're going to work on trying to fix that here today. But before we do that, I'm going to go around this little trim pieces here that's all stained and nasty looking. I've already taken some alcohol and wiped it off. We're going to go around that and spray this. Now, I'm not worried about the overspray getting on this back here because I'm going to do something to that. So, right now, all I'm trying to do is spray this right here. I'm not going to spray these yet. This is the only paint I had here at the house. That's, I guess that's the Walmart brand paint. It should be alright for this. This door was salvaged. We bought it from a man that, I don't know where he got it. I don't know what kind of door this actually is. It's built different than any door I ever seen. But it's better than plastic here. The first year I had plastic stretched up here. This is a big door. It's 18 foot long. Now it's just 7 foot tall. I was wanting a taller door, and maybe in the future I can get one, but this serves the purpose for right now. You know, sometimes you just have to do what you can afford to do. I'm just happy to have a door here that works. I thought that I would be raising it by hand, and my uncle, who passed away here about 6 months ago, I guess it was, I just got through putting this door up. And I had raised it one time by hand. Well, I heard somebody pull up in the driveway. And it was my uncle. And he had a brand new looking motor that I bought from him. He gave me a good price on it. And I hooked it up, so I've got a motor now. I was sure thankful for him stopping by and offering it to me. I think that's going to make it look a lot cleaner looking anyway. I know it's not going to look brand new, but for this shop it's going to be alright. I put real tall ceilings in here. That way I could put a taller door in the future. This block of wood here, that's the only way I could figure out how to hook the mount that raises the door up. There wasn't anything on this door for a mount. I reckon it was just hand raised, whoever had it before. This thing right here, I've just got it tucked loose to make it easier to do what I'm doing. I'm going to put it back up after we get this done. Right here's what I've got that I'm going to fill in these spots with. This is 1-inch Poly Pro. Just foam. It's real light. I don't think it'll bother the lifting of the door with the motor. I wished that they would have had a thicker one. I really could have used 1.5 inches, but this inch one's gonna have to work. That's all they had around here where I live at. gonna see about getting this in here. I may have to trim it some. I was wanting it to fit kind of tight, and it is fitting tight. Figure I'll cut some scrap pieces of this foam and hot glue them down in here to hold it in tight. I may not even have to hot glue them. I may just can cut them to fit tight down in there in the track and hold them in. It ain't gonna take a whole lot. I think if I put one on each end and each part of the top, and then when this goes back on, it should help keep it from coming out too. But I think that's gonna make a lot of difference about the heat and the cold coming from this door. I reckon just as long as it stays in there and don't falls out, that's all that matters. We'll see if we can get the rest of it done now. On these spots here where it's longer than 4 foot, because I'm getting more out of my 4x8 sheets by cutting them the 4 foot way. I could have cut a long piece in here, but I would waste more of my material. The best I can figure anyway, that's how it is. So I've got some white tape that I'm going to put over these joints right here whenever I piece this one. I'm just cutting it with a razor knife and a T-square. That stuff, it seems to dull a blade really quick. I run over it 2 or 3 times where you're not trying to cut so much out at one time. It seems to cut better that way. Once I get it cut almost through, I just break it, kind of like sheetrock, and get behind it and go down that seam. It's got a foil back on it that should reflect the heat in the summertime. That's got it pretty good. We're gonna see if this white duct tape will stick to this. I don't know if it even stick or not. I believe it's gonna stick to it just fine. The white is just a little different, but I guess that's as close as I'm gonna get. Well, I guess that's about all I have for you here today. I'm gonna keep it going and try to get this done. I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.